Hello everyone, welcome to the course on electromagnetic theory and interference. In this session, let us discuss about the sources of EMI and its classification. So, the source of EMI can be in two ways, either natural from lightning or sunspots, okay, natural disturbance, or man-made, which is artificial. Man-made sources are from motors, switches, computers, digital electronics, and radio transmitters, etc. And one more sources are that is intrinsic noise sources, that is arising from the fluctuations, random fluctuation within the physical system, like thermal noise and short noise. So the interference is going to be the undesirable effect of these noises. Okay, if there is any undesirable effect, it is called interference. If noise voltage is going to cause improper operation of the circuit, means it is interference. Okay, noises cannot be eliminated, but I can control the interference or eliminate the interference from side. So the classification, one more classification of EMI is going to be based on conducted emission and radiated emission. Okay, conducted emission is by means of voltage and current. Radiated emission is means of the electric and magnetic fields. So based on these classifications, we have to understand that there are two aspects. One is emission and susceptibility. Emission means the interference causing potential of a product. How much uh, potential as a product has to cause the interference, that is called emission. So we have to control the emission uh, in the way in which the electromagnetic energy can be the emitted electromagnetic energy can be limited. So the susceptibility means is the capability of the device to respond to the unwanted electromagnetic energy, how it is able to respond to it. That is not called a susceptibility. The opposite of susceptibility is immunity. The immunity level of a circuit determines the ability of the circuit to operate satisfactorily without any degradation and with a defined margin of safety. That is called the immunity level of the device. So now let us understand the types of electromagnetic interference. One is about the conducted emission, other one is radiated emission. Conducted means it is these are the emissions created by the current that are carried by this metallic parts. Conducted interference is emissions are the currents that are carried by the metallic parts, right? So usually a power cable will be connected to both the transmitter and receiver. Okay, and all these are connected to a common power network. So whatever device is connected to these network, they will be prone to the interference. And whereas the radiated emissions, it is due to the electric fields radiated by the device. Okay, and this is received by the other electronic devices, which is causing interference to those. Now let us understand what are the various techniques available to suppress the electromagnetic interference. Generally, three design approaches are used to control the EMI. One is grounding, other one is shielding, and the last one is filtering. So each of the technique has a distinct role in the system design. Sometimes if you do the proper grounding, the shielding and filtering is not required. And in other cases, if we do the proper shielding, it will minimize the need for filtering also. So now let us understand what is grounding and what it does. Grounding generally provides a conductive path between the electronic devices and the ground, and this ground is nothing but some reference point, right? Ideal ground plane will have a zero potential, okay, and it is used as a reference for all the signals in the associated circuit. And here, if any undesired current comes, means it will pass through the ground only, because to eliminate it and eliminate the effect of undesired current, it is going to pass through the ground plane. This is known as grounding. Now let us understand about the shielding. Shielding will help us to confine the radiated energy to a specific region, okay, or it is used in other way also, like radiated energy, it can't enter a specific region also. So in that way, shielding will help. It can be in the form of partitions and boxes, as well as in the form of cables and connector shield also. Shield are of various types, comes from in the form of solid, non-solid like a screen, and braid, which is used in cables. So these are the forms of types of shield and how it is going to confine the radiant energy we have seen. Now let us see about the filtering. Filter, we already know filter will help us to allow the desired signal to pass through, and it will reject the unwanted signals. So here we are going to use an electrical filter, which is going to be a network of the lumped or distributed components such as resistors, inductors, and capacitors. They are going to give a little opposition to certain frequencies, and they block some frequencies. Okay, passage of some frequencies it will block. Here this filter will help us to overcome the conductor interference, so it will reduce the conductor interference, and generally we use a low pass filter. Okay, I hope you understood the various types of EMI. One is from conducted emission, other one is radiated emission. There we saw about what is susceptibility and what is emission. Then we have seen three techniques to suppress the EMI. One is grounding, shielding, and last one is filtering. Thank you everyone. This module regarding the transmission line theory and the introduction to interference, especially introduction to EMI and electromagnetic compatibility, that is EMI, we have covered in this part. Hope you enjoyed this module. Let us see in the next upcoming module. Thank you everyone. Happy learning.